The 2025 lesson that changed everything. This year, 2025, started like any other for me, full of ambitious plans, endless to-do lists, and the quiet belief that if I just worked harder, controlled more, and pushed through every obstacle, everything would fall into place. I was a project manager in a fast-paced tech firm, the kind of person who thrived on deadlines and deliverables. My days were a blur of meetings, emails, and late nights at the office. I prided myself on being indispensable, the one who could handle it all without breaking a sweat. In January, I set ambitious goals, securing a promotion by mid-year, launching a side hustle successfully, and maintaining my fitness routine without fail. I told myself that letting go of anything meant failure. Control is key, I'd repeat like a mantra. If something went wrong, it was because I hadn't planned well enough. I micromanaged my team, hovered over every detail, and rarely delegated. At home, I tried to orchestrate family life the same way, planning every weekend outing, every meal, every conversation. Then came March. The company announced a major restructuring due to shifting market demands. AI integrations were accelerating, and our old projects were being phased out overnight. My team was reassigned, my biggest project canceled, and suddenly half my workload vanished. I fought it. I emailed executives, proposed alternatives, and stayed up nights rewriting proposals. But nothing changed. The promotion I chased slipped away, not because of poor performance, but because the role no longer existed. Around the same time, personal life threw curveballs. My partner and I had been trying for a child, and after months of careful tracking and appointments, we faced disappointing news from the doctor. It wasn't happening as planned. I dove into research, schedules, and fixes, convinced that more effort would force the outcome we wanted. Meanwhile, a close family member fell seriously ill, and no amount of organizing hospital visits or researching treatments could speed their recovery. By summer, I was exhausted, burnt out, anxious, and angry at the world for not bending to my will. I snapped at colleagues, withdrew from friends, and felt like I was drowning in things I couldn't fix. One evening in August, sitting alone on my balcony after another frustrating day, I broke down. For the first time, I admitted to myself, I can't control everything. In fact, trying to control everything was destroying me. That realization didn't come with fanfare. It was quiet, almost painful, but it shifted something fundamental. I started small. At work, I delegated tasks without hovering. To my surprise, my new team thrived, coming up with ideas I hadn't considered. The side hustles? I paused it, accepting that it wasn't the right time. With family, I learned to be present without trying to manage the illness, sitting in silence, listening, letting emotions flow without fixing them. I read books on mindfulness, started journaling, and even tried therapy. The biggest eye-opener was understanding the difference between influence and control. I could influence my efforts, my responses, my kindness, but outcomes? Health, careers, relationships, they involve forces far beyond one person. As the year ends in December 2025, looking back, the biggest lesson I've learned is this: letting go of what you can't control is the ultimate act of strength, not weakness. It frees you to focus on what truly matters, showing up authentically, nurturing connections, and finding peace in uncertainty. This lesson didn't make life perfect. Challenges still arise, but now, when things spiral, I breathe, release the grip, and trust the process. And strangely, life feels richer, lighter, and more meaningful than when I was trying to orchestrate every note. If there's one thing 2025 taught me, it's this: true growth comes not from holding tighter, but from opening your hands.